I'm going to begin, Dermot, just by asking if you could just tell me a little bit about your character and how he fits into this.
Sure. I play Special Agent Roberts of the FBI, and we are out to get Manning's. Gary Oldman plays him. We think we got him pretty well nailed down, but then, you know, this shit hits the fan because it's an action movie where you have to have the shit hit the fan so that you can chase around and try and uncover who the real bad guy is.
So have you had much chance, if at all, to shoot or spend any time with Gary Oldman, or has it been a kind of separate story?
No, I had one, to me, very important day shooting with Gary Oldman, so we had a laugh and got to know each other a little. But that was one of the draws for me doing the Couriers, just even to share any screen time with him. So they did put our characters to cross for a moment, and then our storylines cross at the end.
So in regards to playing a kind of a special agent, I mean, do you find when you're trying to get into the head of a character like that, is it more, because they're so ingrained into the kind of fabric of cinematic story and those storytelling, those characters, do you find that your version of him is based on cinema rather than actual real FBI agents? If that makes sense?
There's so much precedent in film about the G-men, the feds, the FBI guys, that you can't help having part of that be your thinking. But it's a very good question, because then you have to separate what's just iconography or, you know, cultural influence to what it would really be. This is a quick job for me, a couple of scenes is all, so I don't overthink it in these cases, but yeah, there's something about what thinking like a federal worker does to your body and the way you talk. And I thought even briefly in this role, that was captured by the writer.
So you've played as characters on both sides of the law. Which do you prefer if you had to choose?
Oh, I like all the parts, all of them. I wouldn't start to choose, because then you know, for me, I just am so grateful for all the opportunities I've had, but that they've been so varied, and the characters. It's just always fascinated me to try to play a wider and wider range. So for me, it seems like I'm playing a straight and narrow guy in a tie and a FBI, but in my mind, it's just one in a whole gallery of types of people in different parts that I've played over the years. So it seems like a straight and narrow part, but for me, that's unique.
Yeah, because I mean, you're one of those actors where you can never sort of second guess your next move. I mean, is there a conscious decision from you to always try different things and keep on? Do you seek roles out that are slightly different to what you've done before? Because you do move between genres so sort of seamlessly.
I must admit, starting out early, that was a deliberate thing. I was trying to just enjoy the variety. It's one of the things being an actor gives you, in theory. But there being a master plan, I never was in a position enough of authority or power or standing to really make those decisions and sort of navigating a career. I've just been, you know, catching stuff as it goes by, and sometimes I need a really normal guy to play something that's not normal. Sometimes I need, you know what I mean? I fall into a type of casting where I can play. I don't think my looks keep me from playing a wide variety of roles as some people's do. I don't know. I don't want to question it too much, but I must say how blessed I've been with such a variety of roles.
Because I was looking through your IMDb the other day. That's how far my research goes.
Yeah, that's all you need to do now. Yeah.
I mean, you've worked with some of the greatest living film. I mean,
and some of the greatest dead ones too. And I'd mention Robert Altman, Paul Newman, River Phoenix. These are people I really loved as friends, and you know, won't work with again.
Because I'm just wondering. I mean, you must look back. I mean, do you ever sort of stop and sort of pause and reflect and think, God, there's some experiences you've had and some of the people, the creative geniuses you've collaborated with. It's kind of overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming, and the longer I've been at it, the more gratitude I have for the whole experience, and to have come across people, some of them truly in their prime too, and I've grown up with my generation of actors, watching their skills mature and what choices they make. So it's just been a phenomenal ride, yeah, I can't even believe it. I couldn't ask for more.
And just finally, very quickly, you were saying obviously you're not here for too long here in London shooting this one. I'm just wondering if a lot of actors quite enjoy going onto sets and maybe only being there a few days or a week. Can it also equally pose a new challenge in having to try and sort of stamp your mark on a film in quite a limited amount of time to do it?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I love coming in, doing small parts, especially like Agent Roberts here. It's a real, there's a reveal in the part so that it's more important than it seems. That's half the fun sometimes, to be a function of the story. And then you just come in and serve the story's purpose. But again, I would take any size role, any type of role. So there's no real mastery to these decisions. But I always try to make the most of it. Certainly I try and put a little character even into a small part.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey,